What's going on, guys? Indy here with Ultimate Tool Reviews. Gonna be a decently long video today. We're gonna cover a lot of the new tools that have been coming out over the past few weeks now, here in January. I'm gonna start with right now, pretty much the biggest news right now is gonna be from Flex. They have got a lot of new tools coming out. However, they're adding them all to their Facebook page, not their website. So just showing the website here, nothing really new on the website, but you go over to their Facebook page right here, and there is a ton of new tools coming out right now. Probably the biggest one that I'm most excited for is a mid-torque impact wrench. That's really cool to see. Everyone's kind of saying that's their biggest hole in their line from a few people that have mentioned things to me about Flex's line, missing the mid-torque. They do add in a right angle drill, which is really cool, a bandsaw, and then an inspection light, which is, that's okay. But yeah, they added in a mid-torque. That's pretty cool. And then if you haven't seen it yet, they are adding in some compact tools. That's been getting more and more popular. The only brand that hasn't really jumped on the compact tool line is kind of Milwaukee. They got the M12 stuff, but they haven't really done anything with the M18 compact stuff. Makita's got that kind of that black series of tools, the subcompact. DeWalt's got the atomic. But now Flex is bringing out these new compact. What's funny though is they've got this, 7% more compact. It doesn't really seem like that much. 7% isn't a huge deal. But it's 70% lighter weight. This drill here, I think this is the hammer drill. It's 19% lighter. So, you're kind of trading off here, but I think the biggest thing right now is going to be the compact bandsaw, being 27% more compact and 43% lighter weight. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm curious, are we sacrificing power for weight here? That's going to be the question for reviewers to really check out. And then we've got a few new things too. Of course, we got a router, an orbital sander, die grinder, 4-port simultaneous charger. I wish more brands would do that. I think Makita's got one that you can't really find very easily. I know DeWalt has one, and now Flex has one. I'm surprised Milwaukee doesn't have one. And I'm talking simultaneous, not, the usual, like it's going to charge one, then go to the next one, then charge one, go to the next one. I want simultaneous charging. I plug in 6 chargers all the time, so just give me one 4-port charger. That would be awesome. So, yeah, Flex is doing an amazing job right now, really keeping those new tools rolling out. I would like to see some more Flex reviews, though. I really don't see a lot of them. I'm not saying, you don't need to send me Flex tools. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying I like watching reviews on YouTube myself. I really like to see more of Flex tools getting into reviewers' hands. It'd be awesome. I want to see how they stack up against, DeWalt, Makita, Milwaukee. Just want to see how that stuff stacks up. So far I've been quite impressed with it, but I'd love to see, more of it at Project Farm, more of it at some of the bigger reviewers as well. Always awesome seeing tool reviews, especially on these newer brands as well. All right, let's move over to Harbor Freight. They do have some new stuff here, and I feel like a lot of the stuff kind of rolls out under the radar here from Harbor Freight. They got some of like the Bauer circular saw, and also the metal cutting saw now too for 89 bucks. That's a pretty good deal for a metal cutting saw. Those are usually not on the cheap side. Not that there's really a lot of difference in a metal cutting saw versus a circular saw, but they usually just sell a lot less of them. So that's why they're going to be generally more expensive, just less of a market for them. We do have a right angle from Hercules, a little expensive there though at 160 bucks, I will say that. And then they also have some portable power stations. I've been seeing these actually get a lot more popular. I don't know if this is I'm guessing this is a third-party brand, not by Harbor Freight. EcoFlow, that's pretty expensive. In my earlier video today, I was talking about at Costco, some of these, portable power stations, or I was calling them like battery generators. These things need to come down in price before they really start taking off. I'm not going to spend $2,000 for this thing. I don't know. It just seems really expensive. I'll buy a gas generator for 500 bucks instead, and I'll probably get a lot more runtime. This is quite pricey in my opinion. And then my last video here, this is, the stuff that came up before, so about I think a week or two now. So Harbor Freight does keep always pumping out a bunch of new stuff here. Not bad how fast Harbor Freight can keep adding tools to their lines, which is very cool. All right, some news from Makita. I've been covering a lot of the new XGT stuff. Well, not a lot of it, but as I find some of it, and some of it gets sent to me by Makita. Hopefully getting in a chainsaw here. I think I had the 18-inch to be coming my way here shortly. They have a new, I think this is a new high-pressure inflator kit. It's the 181, but I think it's the SYX. I think is slightly different. I'm not sure on that one. I'll have to check that out. But of course, they've got some new chainsaws. It's a little confusing. It's not all a new model. These are all the same models, just kit or no kit, and then different size bar and chain. I'm not really sure why they sell the bar and chain sizes in different kits like that. Um, when I buy a chainsaw, I generally just swap the bar and chain out anyways. It's not a huge deal. Or just use whatever bar and chain came with it till it dies, and then throw on a new bar and chain. I wouldn't necessarily pay, $40 more for an 18-inch bar and chain over a 16-inch. I'm just going to swap them out anyways, so not a huge deal there. Of course, we've got, some of the XGT mowers are finally out. Yeah, they're expensive, but you compare it to the Milwaukee, and I've been on the Milwaukee for quite a while since it came out at $1,200, but yeah, the XGT is also $1,200, and that is also crazy expensive. Definitely not gonna get my vote being that expensive for what it is. So, yeah, I think over $1,000 for a cordless mower. I mean, you're talking professional Honda gas pricing at that point. Even getting into like used riding mowers at that point. So, I don't know. That's just to me. I spent 4 hours on my last Makita mower. Came with 4 batteries. It works awesome. I had it for almost 2 years now. I can't imagine paying 3 times the cost for another mower. That just seems crazy to me. But we've got a few other things here from XGT. We got some concrete vibrators, which is pretty cool. The XGT lantern, which is also going to be a radio, which is pretty cool. These actually aren't that expensive. I think they're like 120, 140 bucks. Then this flew under the radar quite for a long time here. This is a all new chainsaw here. I saw this on the Makita Japan Instagram, which is pretty interesting. They were using it to cut like lumber, which is interesting. Here's some photos here. I'm not exactly sure what this is for exactly. Is this like a chainsaw designed for cutting, clean lumber? Is that what it's for? I've never seen anything like that before. I've seen, like the circular saws that have the chainsaw bar on them that go below, but this is something new. I'm not sure what the pro to this is over the current 36-volt chainsaws. I really don't want another 18-volt chainsaw. I've got the top handle, and yeah, that thing is not a lot of power for one battery. So this might be something new, a new tool designed just for cutting larger lumber. However, can you really cut it accurately though with a chainsaw? That's gonna be the problem. So I'm a little curious on this tool to see where this really slots in with the current line of chainsaws. So that is going to be quite interesting. All right, new at Milwaukee. So unfortunately, there's not a lot of M18 stuff here with Milwaukee. It's going to be a lot of the MX Fuel stuff. I can't really comment on the MX Fuel stuff myself. It's very trade focused, and when I say trade focused, it's going to be things that are more for the concrete trades, plumbing trades. So it's not more general purpose tools. From what I've heard though, from looking at pricing of this stuff, yeah, it's expensive. I know Acme Tools is already getting that stuff in from what I've seen. Talking to them. I don't know. I mean, if you guys do concrete stuff, let me know in the comments below what you think about the MX Fuel stuff so far, and if you've seen the kind of videos on this at World of Concrete. It's definitely pretty cool. We're seeing this stuff go battery now, but the pricing, of course, is going to be expensive. How do you charge these giant batteries on a job site? There's just some questions there that I'm really curious on how those are going to be solved. So can't really say much about that, but very cool to see all battery stuff coming out. We have the long-awaited M18 Fuel top handle chainsaw. I think I made a post about that months ago. With the pricing on that, yeah, it's going to be expensive, over $400 for a kit. Definitely not going to be cheap, but I hope that that's finally coming out here. I've not seen it anywhere in stores just yet. We do have some of the M12 Fuel band files, which is very cool. They've made, kits on this to convert your cutoff tools for quite a while, so finally Milwaukee is jumping on that, which is very cool. And then we've got, some M12 pruning shears. We have a really interesting 2-inch planer from the M12 line, which is very interesting. Usually a planer, I haven't never seen a 12-volt planer before, so that's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see some of the woodworking reviewers check that out and see how well that does. And what's interesting is that's not fuel, that's M12 brushless. So I might be wrong on this, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the first M12 brushless tool that's out there. Because remember, it's for Milwaukee, it goes basically you go M18 brushed, then it goes M18 brushless, then it goes M18 fuel. So there are 3 different levels, like a good, better, best. So when you go M12 brushless, that's signifying kind of like that better, not the best, where it's fuel. So that's the first kind of in-between tool we've seen in the M12 line. As far as I'm aware, I've not seen any like just brushless tools that aren't fuel in the M12 line. We do have a M12 pack-out floodlight. That's actually pretty cool to see that. And most of those have always been M18. So if you're pack-out and you have basically your M12 as your main line, that's the way to go there. Other than that, all the usual stuff coming out here, some more accessories, just other minor little stuff in there, more lighting, but that's going to be the big stuff from Milwaukee there. So guys, that is all I've got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We got more tools coming out, and unfortunately I couldn't find anything from DeWalt, but I'm sure, with knowing DeWalt, give it a week, and there'll be some other cool tools coming out as well too. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Take care, have a great day, and stay safe out there.